What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to diagnose some electrical gremlins that I have going on with Betsy, specifically with the Underglow. If you guys remember, or if you've been following the channel for a bit, we installed the Underglow back in December, so it's been like 3 or 4 months, and randomly it stopped working. I kind of have a suspicion of what it might be, just because I installed the Underglow kind of haphazardly, I guess you could say. I didn't really run the wires as tight as I could have, mostly because I ran out of zip ties and I just made do with what I had. But also, right after I installed the Underglow, I dropped my car like 3 or 4 inches. It wasn't that low. It was like 3 inches, and adjusted the preload and did a couple videos on that. And then the Underglow stopped working. So I'm thinking they're probably coinciding with each other. If you watch the video, I hooked it up to my parking lights, so every time I had my parking lights on, the Underglow would work, and then I could connect with the Bluetooth, and now it doesn't, and I miss it. It was fun. It was a good time. So I'm trying to get everyone in the group on board with Underglow too, so we could go stroll through, I don't know, the night and light up the night, light up the darkness, something like that, whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to start checking connections on this, and I'll show you guys a little bit of the diag as I go through the process. I have to do this with my left hand. Hello. Okay, so like I was saying earlier on, I installed this Underglow kit back in December. I ran the wires into this wiring harness, going straight into the actual headlight itself, pointing them straight into the parking lights, which are also a switch power for the running lights. So that kind of got a little tricky, because every time I'd have the running lights on, the Underglow would want to be on. But since this had a Bluetooth remote control, I was able to turn it off and turn it on, you know, as going, because can't really run around with Underglow on all the time, but you should, because it's great. You should do it. But regardless of that, somehow randomly it stopped working, and it kind of coincided with a couple other electrical things that I had going on. My right hand blinker was intermittently working, and my rear view camera that I have installed on the car just stopped working altogether. So I'm thinking on the rear view camera there's a pinched wire, and that circuit never had like a external fuse or anything with it, so it probably just fried everything. I'm not sure with this one, and I'm not sure with the Underglow, and I'm not sure with the blinker. The blinker seems to have resolved itself. Maybe water was getting into the bulb and causing, you know, bad continuity between the leads on the LED. I don't know about the Underglow at all. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna start checking wiring now. So that was not a lot of time spent trying to diagnose this. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more in-depth thing, showing you guys how to use multimeter and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna fix this wiring and figure out a new way to route this wire, because I want my Underglow back. Hopefully the communication lines for the Bluetooth aren't destroyed forever and they still work, because that's whoopsie. That's a whoopsie. I was never a fan of like super low cars or super static cars or anything like that for a long time. And I don't know why, but ever since I dropped this car lower, it looks so good. It's a problem, because I like to drive this thing hard, and now I keep rubbing through wiring, so yeah, that's not good. But anyway, time to fix what we fudged up. I don't have any good news. Basically, low cars are not friendly to wires running through the wheel well. I knew this. I still let it happen, but upon further investigation, I pulled the wheel off, and so this part, that part right there, that's not a big deal. That's fine. That can be fixed. I need some pretty thin gauge wire and spice it up. Oh, can splice it up no problem. The problem, though, is that part right there. That little guy? That's supposed to be wiring. That wiring is supposed to go to this little guy right there. That goes to the front light bar and the passenger side light bar. So technically I could fix this right now, but most likely I'm only going to be able to run half of these lights now. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Looks like I'm taking the Underglow kit off my car, but at some point I'll get another one just for shits and giggles and rewire it and show you guys how I wired it in. Again, I'm gonna have to probably de-pin that connector on the headlight portion. In the meantime, low cars are dangerous for wires. Do a better job tucking your wires. Underglow kits are cool. And like, comment, and subscribe to watch more videos and see more on Betsy and other wiring issues that I'm going to be solving in the near future. And to see Hayden's car, well, that's a whole build process. So you guys are going to have to tune in and check that out. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and later.
Right there is prime. Oh, now it's really dark. Now it's really bright. God damn it. Oh, that's not bad. No, I took it off. Okay, so it looks like it's still going to be kind of dark, so let's